Veronica Lancet. I'm giving it 2 stars. I am so sorry. This book was not for me. I really wanted to love it. I really wanted to enjoy it. I would say the first 300 to 400 pages, I was thinking, right, okay, it's getting a little bit repetitive, but I'm enjoying the concept of the story. So you're following a woman who is in the middle of 1950s in Boston. She's travelled to this place called Fairydale where her father has supposedly passed away and she's going to have his inheritance. But she's got to live there for 2 months and all these things start happening and she starts to see stuff that's happened in the past, which might be her past. Did I guess chapter 5, the ending of the book? Yes. Did I therefore need about this many pages of the book? No, I didn't. This book was too long. It didn't need to be this long. It didn't need to be this lengthy. It could have been a 300-page book and you could have grasped the same story within it. Was it beautifully written? Yes. Did it have this horror element, this darkness that I thought it was going to have? No. Was I scared at any point? Not really. Was the spice that spicy? No, it wasn't. I really wanted this to be more than it was, and I'm really sad it wasn't. I just don't think I'm made out for books that are over 700 pages. I just don't think you can say that much. Okay, the one person who I'll give it to, Chloe Walsh. Chloe Walsh's books are 700 pages because it's dual point of view, because there's a lot going on. This was 3 points of view at times, but from the same character across 3 different timelines. It was very repetitive. It was really obvious where the story was going. And I just wanted something more from it. And I don't know what more I would have wanted. Maybe even if like a vampire just walked out, I'd been like, oh, sweet, at least there's something different. I don't know. I just think she loves writing about love. And this was like a very deep love story. And it just didn't hit me. However, I am very pleased to say I've now completed my 10 before the end. Yee! I am free. I'm such a mood reader that you guys know it's been killing me reading set books, but I have really enjoyed this challenge. This is the one challenge every year I will do. I will always do my 10 before the end because it gets me reading through some of my TBR. Like, I would have paused this. I wouldn't have seen this book through in 2025. I probably would have had it on my list for all of 2026 and maybe finished it in 2027, like we have seen with Alchemize, which I probably should have put on my 10 before the end. So yeah, I am glad I finished it, but it was a 2-star read for me. So yeah, that was 2 stars. I also obviously read A Curse of Shadow and Ice. I think I'll give this 3 stars. I'm just doing like a small reflection. So 3 stars, 2 stars. Marry Me, 4 stars. Maybe 4.25, but 4 stars. Like Snowy Fall by Ayla Dade, 4 stars. 4.5, 4 to 4.5. This one, My Blade, You're Back, 5 stars. Just the ending, perfection. Beautiful Graves, 4.25. Just because I didn't have that dual point of view. Probably should turn them around this way so when I start piling them up you can see. The Kiss Thief, 5 stars. I loved this. It made me cry. You probably see on the video, I was crying. Anathema, I'm going to go like a 3.75 in the end, I've decided. Just because of how much I didn't enjoy the beginning of it. Love You Mean It, 5 stars. And Mate, I think this has been my favourite read of my 10 before the end, which going into it, I wouldn't have predicted that. I think I would have predicted K. Moronova. It's close second, K. Moronova, but this shocked me and blew me out the park. So I'm going to do a quick yes, no, maybe, which I've also done on my TikTok if you want to see it on there. Yes for Mate. Love You Mean It, yes. Anathema, maybe to yes. The only reason I'm saying maybe to yes is just because of how slow the start was. I'm really excited that I've seen Eldritch, I think is the second book's been announced now. So I'm really excited that that one is going to be picked up and published. Kiss Thief, yes. Beautiful Graves, yes. My Blade, You're Back, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Like Snowy Fall, yes. Marry Me, yes. Fairydale, no, sorry. And A Curse of Shadow and Ice, no to maybe, only if you haven't read a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings. If you've read a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings and know the story as tale as old as time, it's a no. I think I'm sitting more in the no category. But if you're not a big fantasy reader and you want to read something that's a standalone, one-off, technically it's not a standalone because there's another story, but you know, it is a standalone, one-off, then yeah, you could read it. But it's going to be a no for me. So do you know what? 2 out of 8 is not bad. And the 8 that I loved, I really, really, really loved. So I'm now going to have to go and pick my next read. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I've got a fantasy, so I've got To Cage a Wild Bird. I have a couple of proofs that I brought with me. One of them is The Secret Suite by Tierney Page. I absolutely love Tierney Page. So I'm kind of like, oh, should I read that? Should I not? I also have, what else do I have? The Sacred Space Between. I think that's going to be a good one. I've got Charlotte Crosby. I've got a crime thriller. I just don't know what I'm in the mood for. Honestly, I do think this could put me in a slump. So I know I need to dive straight into my next book so I don't slump. This could have put me into a 2026 slump if I didn't watch myself, which would have been bad. That would have been really, really bad. But we did it. We completed it. I probably should add up the pages now and let you know as well how many pages I read. Okay, I've done the math. 4,207 pages I finished it yesterday, so in 21 days. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, now I'm going to pick my next read. I've got so many options. So the first one I have is 7 Reasons to Murder Your Dinner Guest by KJ Whittle, I think is how I pronounce her name. So this is about 7 dinner guests who go to a meal and they're all told how they're going to die and when. And when the first one happens and the second one happens, they start to realise, this could be happening. I think there's loads of points of views in this. It's crime thriller, very different to everything I've read recently. So that's a potential contender. I also have The Secret Suite. This is a proof because it comes out in January from Tierney Page. I do need to read this. I don't know if I'm ready for spicy romance. It's Gemma's story with, I can't remember who it's with, Max. Obviously I read the first one, loved it. The tropes are best friend's brother, age gap, workplace romance, false proximity, banter, and spice. It's the age gap that's putting me off a little bit, just a tiny bit. But it is going to be read this month because it's coming out in January. I'm reading it this month. The next one is Protect by Paisley Hope. Obviously I picked this one up from the works. Don't normally go to the works, but when I saw it was a Paisley Hope book with a really fun sprayed edge, had to treat myself to it. So that is the other one. This is, whose story is this one? Rowan's story with Violet. So that is a potential one. I think I know where I'm going to go. I think I know where I'm going. Then we have Depraved Devotion. I've got to show you all the options by Morgan Bridges. This is her brand new Villains and Vices. I think he's a little bit of a stalker, serial killer situation. I love Morgan Bridges. The only thing is I know book 2 will be coming out. So that holds me up. I'm really bad for starting series. And then it takes so long for the second book to come out. But I can see there's text message as well. So that one is Draw Me In. And the artwork, if you haven't picked this one up yet, you need to. And then the other one I have in paperback is The Perfect Strangers by J.T. Geisinger. I love J.T. Geisinger. Having just done 2 of my 10 before the end, and everyone's saying that this is the best. No, I didn't do J.T. Geisinger, I did L.J. Shem. But everyone's saying this is the best J.T. Geisinger book. I'm a little bit scared to dive into it. I don't want to read it. I think Fairy Tale slumped me, that I need something so different. But this one I think could be good. I do love a J.T. Geisinger. And then the other paperback I have is Fractured Loyalties by Annie Wilde. This one's a short stepbrother forbidden romance, just under 200 pages. So that was meant to be on my 10 before the end. And then in terms of hardbacks, we have Cruel is the Light. This is a brand new fantasy from Sophie Clark. This one is by Penguin. Really excited to read that one. We also have, I know that's a series though. We also have The Sacred Space Between. I'm pretty sure this is by Kaylee Reid. I'm sure this is a standalone. I don't think this is a series. So this one has potential. Also the Bookbinder Secret Historical Fiction set across, I think, a few timelines. Pretty sure this one is a standalone. Then we have Charlotte Crosby's new one. This is just going to be fun. A little friends to lovers, a fun story. I don't think it'll take me long to read this one at all. I'm really excited to see how she's written it because she normally writes her own autobiography. And then the last one, which I really want to read, is To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. But I think after just reading Fairy Tale, this one might be a little bit too dystopian and heavy. So with that in mind, I need something so different to what I've just read. I think I'm going to go Annie Wilde. She was meant to be on my 10 before the end. She turned up a little bit late, so I bumped her off the 10 before the end. So I do think Forbidden Stepbrother Romance, it's got to be so different to Fairy Tale. It's going to get me out of that potential slump. And then, obviously, we have all these other books to read as well. How many more do you think I can actually read in 2025? That is the question. But yeah, we've got all these other ones to get into as well. But I think I need just a little palette cleanser. So we're going to go with Fractured Loyalties by Annie Wilde.